So, Matt, you and I have a different idea about when the Halloween season starts. I say August 1st, you say August 31st.
Give me your treats, or else.
31st. Come on, it's 2 months till Halloween. Get it right, Mike. 2 months.
Well, there's a reason why Tom and I...
August 1st. August 1st is way too early.
No. July 31st is over, and what usually came out around August 1st was a magazine that I want to share in my trick-or-treat bag today.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. This was a magazine that we would get, and it usually came out in the summer. Cracked Monster Party. It's not just this one magazine, it was many, but this is what I wanted to share this today, even though it's not available anymore. This magazine went out of print in February of 2007, but it started in 1958 as Cracked Magazine, and between the 1980s and 1990s, every summer leading up to Halloween, they released a Monster Party edition.
So it lasted that long? Like, why did it go under? Do you know? Like, the reason? Because
I mean, magazines were struggling at that time, like into the early 2000s. Even Mad Magazine, which had been out longer, pretty much died. People were going to the internet, and that was that.
Yeah, I feel like when we talked about doing this, episode of the Trick or Treat Bag, like, magazines aren't a thing anymore. I've never even heard of that magazine until you brought it up, so...
And see, that's the thing. So when we were kids, we went on this vacation in the summer of 1985, and my mom knew we were going to be in the car. And so we went to the store, and she said, pick out a magazine or two to read. And so there was there were no magazines for us kids, but there were like Mad and Cracked. And I still have the magazine I picked out. This is in the summer of 1985. And there's a reason I picked it out.
Of course.
Because Frankenstein was right on the front. And so that was why I picked this one. And so I started getting Cracked because they did have more monsters than Mad did on a regular basis. And then all of a sudden these Cracked monster parties started coming at summertime. So here are a few of them. Like, check out this one. And they were loaded with monsters. So...
Dude,
the thing is,
and I
just have a whole stack of these.
You kept them all ever since, like, you were a kid? That's crazy.
Yeah, all the ones that I had, I kept. And the thing about monsters was, at that time, sure, you had monster movies, but it was like one monster per movie. And, you had Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, which had a few. You had Frankenstein's monster, Wolfman, Dracula. But these magazines, they had all the monsters in one. It was one world, and they would have things like monster stationery. The monsters would have jobs. They showed like maps of, I'll have some inserts so you could see this stuff, but they had like maps of Transylvania and storefronts. And so almost like, when you're waiting in line for Indiana Jones at Disneyland, and you're just immersed into this world. That's what this magazine did. It created a whole monster world. And for someone like me who loves Halloween and loved dressing up as a monster, and that one day out of the year you could be in the streets full of monsters, this magazine was like a monster world that you could enjoy the whole year. And it's a comedy magazine, there's a lot of monster humor, puns, wordplay, things like that. But that's what I loved about this magazine. And every August, around August 1st, we would get these magazines. I still have them. They're not topical, so it's not like you have to understand the times to be able to understand the humor. It's just like it's like the Far Side. It kind of has that bizarre kind of surreal humor. And so anyway, I still have them. I still pull them out every August 1st and check them out. But I wanted to share it for people to check out. You could still get used copies on Amazon, eBay, anywhere else. And if you can't afford them, these magazines inspired our book, Transylvania Traveler.
That's a terrible plug. That is a terrible,
that's exactly what we tried to
plug.
do. We tried to immerse you
Shameless.
in the world. Hang on a minute. In the world of monsters. Check this out. Look, this was in the back of this magazine. See that those kids are reading that book and all the monsters are behind?
And you thought you were those people.
What?
You thought you were that little cartoon.
Did we not rip that off?
You totally ripped that off. You ripped that off.
Ripped it off. But I love it. I love it. That monster universe is what inspired our book, Transylvania Traveler. It was to be in that world. So anyway, that's what I had in my trick or treat bag. I wanted to share it with everyone. Maybe they could get it. What about you, Matty D?
What about me? I don't know. You took up
sharing?
so much time. I think it's time for
did.
me to get out of here. It's time for me. But I did bring my trick or treat bag.
Okay, what do you got in it?
It's from Trick or Treat Studios.
I
don't think there was ever like a magazine that really screamed Halloween to me. Even though this magazine, which is the latest copy, let me pull it out of this, of Weird New Jersey. This is issue 61. This is like the latest, it came out this past October. And it comes out twice a year in May and October since 1993. When I first got my license, the very first thing I wanted to do was drive down to the old record store by our, house in Union Square Mall. They would sell issues of Weird New Jersey. When I got my license, it was in October because that's when my birthday is. And I was like, dude, I got to get the latest copy of Weird New Jersey. It always reminded me of Halloween, but this magazine, it was much more than that because it's like paranormal stories, ghost sightings, UFO, like creepy places all around New Jersey.
It's always been May and October.
Yeah, ever since they, published this in 1993. So it's been cool. And I wish I saved some of the old issues because after I would read them as a kid,
tossed them.
I would be like, oh, they would go in my room somewhere on a bookshelf and then they disappeared. But I still get it today. I have all like the special issues. They have like true crime files. This one's kind of cool because it kind of goes into your monster party where it's Jersey Devil, Bizarre Beast, and other creatures of Weird New Jersey. Yeah, and then just some other special issues that I had here that I've collected over the years. And then, hold on, let me get my stack. I don't have them all.
Those are all Weird New Jerseys?
I'm missing 29 total as of today. And yeah, I still have, here's another stack. So...
By the way, that Jersey Devil shirt is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I don't think you can get this anymore. So
you got that through Weird New Jersey?
Yeah. Yeah, they have tons of...
Look at my shirt.
It's just black.
Yeah, it's black, yeah.
Come on, man. We got to get you hooked on Weird New Jersey.
I love it.
Yeah, so I want to share like that magazine in my trick-or-treat bag. That's kind of... It's always in my trick-or-treat bag in October, so... On a side note, just this one, I'll share this one, and that would be it. This magazine, TAPS, the Atlantic Paranormal Society, Para Magazine. This was from the Ghost Hunter show, if you ever remember the Ghost Hunter show. But Greg and I, when we met the Ghost Hunters, we would buy like the DVDs, their magazine and stuff. So I thought that would be kind of cool to share. It doesn't remind me of October or Halloween at all, but it's another cool find.
I love it. Magazines, they're... getting us in touch with the Halloween season.
Yeah, I think they always do. I don't know. Let us know what's in your trick-or-treat bag. Tune in to our podcast every 31st of the months that have a 31st. And when me and Mike talk about what's in our trick-or-treat bag, what's in yours, get this bag from Trick or Treat Studios. Anyway, until we meet again in the pumpkin patch,
stay spooky. We're recording here at the Weird Network Studios, where Matty D is going to make a confession today.
Dude, I hate talking about it because it's never going to come true.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.